Tojo clan is struck by Kyorei clan gunfire, Kamurocho's disarray only spreads wider. On the surface, the diagram resembles a Yakuza turf war. But in the shadows are glimpses of a construction firm and political influence. And in Yagami's own shadow, the mole's sharp claws claim yet another victim.
What do you mean he's dead? Didn't you just say everything would be okay?
Stay calm, Sari-san. I'm just shocked as you. But I think the mole is responsible.
Have you contacted the police?
No, not yet.
You should do that right away then.
Do you think you could make a call, Sari-san?
What?
I need time to check things out before the cops show up and take over. Please.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks. Uh-huh.
So, we're back in the thick of it. This is Mog.
And May.
With some more judgment.
Suspicious.
So, I think he wanted Sayori called because, I mean, he obviously wanted time to check this out, and I don't know, I think I would be able to see all this with them on the phone, and maybe describe things, but I'm kind of getting the idea that that's not his best move, because if he doesn't call, I'm approaching this from my own perception, obviously, but if somebody called and say, hey, someone told me that there was a murder at their house, I would suspect that person immediately.
Right.
Instead of, like, hey, I found a person dead in my house.
Right, like, even if he waits 5 minutes, the cops don't know he didn't just get home.
Right. It just looks more suspicious if the person who found the body doesn't call.
Yeah. I mean, unless, like, the police get there and he's just crying, distraught, freaking out. Like, okay, fine. But he's clearly not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's pretty fine.
Yeah, he's being pretty calm. That's the game.
Yeah, no,
Oh, okay. No phone. Well, of course the vibration's coming from his body.
What the?
Pocket. You normally check those first. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to know how, what's it called? Forensics?
Right, yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to know how that stuff works, but the longer that you wait, the worse it is gonna be from that standpoint, too.
I mean, definitely depending on how long the guy's already been in the closet. It's hard to know because, like, we run it around doing a lot of extra stuff. So
Yeah.
Yagami could be if it's canon, right, everything we do, he could be gone for, like, 5 days at a time. This guy could already be decomposing.
Oh, that's not great. Let's assume that all of our shenanigans are not canon, and this happened, like,
yeah,
I don't know, a
like
couple
an hour
hours
ago.
after, yeah. Because what happened last time, like, we saw him in the office, and then we got
We're on the
hijacked
roof.
into something. We met up with, Pretty Boy, Masked Boy,
Yeah.
and then this happened.
We
Hey!
received a call from the Ginda Law office.
I remember you. That's Ayabi's boss.
You got here fast, Detective Kuroiwa.
I couldn't for the life of me say that name.
Shintani, huh?
You,
Like, yeah, well, someone told me there was a dead body. Of
His
course
name
I
has been
came
coming up
over
a lot
fast.
lately. He's the reason Hamura walked, after all.
Do people normally come here at a leisurely pace when there's a body?
You
Right.
couldn't stand his newfound
What, you
fame,
expected
so you
me in the
offed.
morning? Were you gonna cook me breakfast?
Holy crap.
I heard you two weren't exactly on good terms.
Do you greet everyone by accusing them of murder?
So
Guess
things are
that's just
turning
how
out
cops
badly.
like you operate.
Forensics
mean,
are here soon. We will
It's
need you
not a
present as a resident
horrible
of the property.
assumption when a body
After
turns up in
that,
someone's
we'll need
house.
some time to investigate.
But-
Yeah.
How long?
This clearly
We'll have to
isn't a
find
room
somewhere
that
else
went
to stay
through
tonight at the very least.
a stabbing.
I don't have money
There's
for
no
that.
real blood anywhere.
Yes, you can
Yeah,
afford
because
bribing
if
a
it was a
cop.
frame job, this is definitely
Maybe
looking like it's
sources
a
already been down
message
the
and
line.
not a frame job.
Right.
Because
What do you
if someone was trying to frame
You
him,
just drag him
there'd be
there.
blood.
You do.
Yeah.
Like the rug would be all askew. Because who's gonna carry the body over the shoulder?
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen that alley. There may not be a lot of people that walk down it, but there's gonna be people.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I had to wait around for the cops to get here. Is Genda-sensei still at the office?
Yes, he wants to talk to you about Shintani. As do I. Hoshino, too.
Okay, I'll head over now.
So I think Kuroiwa, I butchered that, I think that's Matt Mercer. Like, really, I really like him, but I can't say he's a good voice actor.
Okay.
He's got, like, one voice for most of his stuff, like Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
But when he does Critical Role, when he GMs Critical Role, he's got voices that are so unlike his own, and it really makes me jealous that we don't get to see more of that. Oh, our threat's up to 8%.
That's not quite as bad as the like. Wasn't it like 100 when we first got it, or was it lower? The gang.
Oh, it was 100, yeah. And then it goes down, I think, only with time, because we did a few fights.
It
and
was like
didn't-
1% for fights and stuff, but nothing notable.
Yeah. I think there's going to be the police siren popping up soon. Maybe not.
Really, guys?
Alright, back to Genda Sensei. I don't want to block. I'm going to tank things with my face, please.
Bring it on.
Nope. I think we're pretty good on skills. We don't need to waste time with these guys for a moment. And we got more important things to do, too. One of our friends just... well...
An acquaintance.
yes. He was kind of being a shit last time we saw him, but we do care.
Yeah.
Right on top of that guy's car. Up here? Oh, is it nighttime? It's nighttime. Hi, I brought donuts.
I know you've had a rough night, Yagami. But if you're up to it, can you tell us what happened to Shintani?
Alright, so this is the... oh, this is the restaurant owner. The Chinese guy.
The pretty steak.
Is that what it's called?
No, the one that sells the Kobe beef or whatever. Is it that guy?
Oh, no, not that guy.
Okay.
I just remember what you're talking about. Yeah, not that guy. This is the guy that keeps getting harassed by those gang
Sorry, son's
members.
having trouble getting in
Okay.
touch with Shintani. So I decided to give him a call myself, see what the deal was. But when I dialed him up, I heard the phone ringing in my closet.
It was R. Kelly. He was doing weird
And
stuff.
then he
Same
magically
way as
fell
all the
out
others.
because the phone not vibrating shook him
The
loose.
others? Do you mean his eyes
How
were...
was he propped up in there?
Gouged out. Yeah. But Shintani's beef was with the Kyorei clan. Why would the mole target him?
I'm not so sure. It sounded like he knew something when you talked earlier.
Right.
Think this is some kind of Yakuza pissing contest, do ya? Come on. The mole is way bigger than you know.
He probably knew more about the mole than I did. And his sword had to have been Hamura. Maybe they killed him to keep their secret safe.
But why did he have to push
So do
him
we
to
have
his
evidence to
body in
believe that
office?
Hamura isn't the mole?
Not sure. Maybe to
I don't know
harass
if we
me,
necessarily
maybe to scare me
have
off
like
trail.
hard-hitting proof
Maybe
that
both.
he is though either.
Yagami,
Would you believe that
You
he's
might wanna
working
lay
with the
low for
mole,
a bit.
though? Instead
It's
of
not
being the
safe for
mole
you
itself?
get
Which
out of
side are
town.
you leaning
Go.
on?
I mean, I could
Somewhere
see
quiet.
either. I don't really see
If the mole
Hamura
comes
though.
after
Like,
you next,
my only problem
Right.
with that is I don't
do
really
just that,
see him being
Genda-sensei.
someone else's whipping boy.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have that
No.
attitude.
Right.
I
He's
watched
got a
over
power
Shintani
trip.
since his first day as a lawyer. Kid had a good head on his shoulders, and a knack for the job I could never compete with. But he didn't have the guts to succeed when push came to
Yeah, but
shove.
you're still number one grandpa.
Not the most persistent lawyer I've seen. Even so,
Whenever he's sad
He
on
looked up to
screen,
me.
it's heartbreaking, and I don't know why. I don't like
Guess I
seeing
took it for
elderly
granted.
men
thought he'd
look
always
Right.
be part of
sad.
the team.
Yeah.
When I first joined, Shintani-sensei was the one who showed me the ropes. He was a reliable man.
Thanks for this, Yagami. Come on, Sari-kun. I'll walk you to the station.
Sure.
Feel free to stay here tonight, Yagami.
Can you imagine?
I appreciate.
Like, imagine that we worked
What about
together
you,
for, I don't know,
Hoshino-kun?
20 years, and
I
then I
think I'll
just
work a
show
little
up dead
more
one
before I
day.
head home.
That would
If
suck.
you say
I
so.
mean, it would suck more if you were in my
Good night.
closet.
Good night, boss.
Like, yeah, it's gonna
A
suck.
corpse in the closet's gonna be
but-
topping everything.
Right.
Would you be freaked out if you were in your bedroom at night and you just hear a knock on your closet door? It was like, hey, let me out.
I mean, yeah. I was like, no, you can stay in
Make
there.
yourself at home, Yagami-san. I'll
Shouldn't
leave
have
you the
got
key.
in there.
You've been here way longer anyway. You deserve it more than me.
Everything in that closet would just be gone for good. Like, that's off limits. Police tape everywhere.
I just move.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be around for that.
All you need to do is tell them, hey, don't go into the
Yagami-san?
closet. And that's all you can do. You can't not get them to open it. Yeah, what did you want to talk
Sure,
about, bud?
what's up?
Well, it's about Shintani-sensei.
Okay. I guess conversation ended there.
You don't end your stuff abruptly like that?
Yagami-san.
You know,
I know
it's
you
weird.
just told Genda-sensei you're
Um,
gonna lay low.
I've started to
that's not
notice,
true, is
and I
it?
don't know if it's
You wanna keep
because
hunting down this
the
killer.
microphone cuts out or something,
I
but I
said
noticed
yes?
that I do kind of stop
Don't worry, I
sentences
won't tell
midway through.
Genda-sensei.
Especially in
But
Until
in
Dawn
return-
when things are just happening so quickly.
I want to help you. Look for the mole, that is. I won't slow you down. I promise.
Looking to avenge Shintani, huh?
He wasn't as strong as he let on. The tough guy act was a mask he wore to hide his insecurities. Deep down, he was just weak. That's why he was going along with Hamura, not because he wanted to. I mean, who can say no to a Yakuza? And now look how it turned out. I was sitting right next to him this whole time. Yet there was nothing I could do to help. You know, I'm still young. I don't even know what kind of lawyer I want to be. Criminal? Civil? Not the slightest idea. But I know one thing. I don't want to be the kind of lawyer who sits on his hands after his friend gets murdered. Which means...
Are you sure about this, Hoshino? Genda-sensei told me to lay low. If you're seen helping me,
Don't worry about that. I'll defend myself in court if I need to. Now, Yagami-san, do you mind if I tag along?
you'll just tell Genda-sensei if I refuse, huh?
Yeah, you got that right.
Not much choice then. Welcome aboard.
Glad to be working with you.
Well, let's get down to business. First off, I want to know what Shintani was doing before he died. And I have some evidence that may tell us just that.
Alright, so what do we got here? What was he doing before he died?
Clearly the eye picture.
I mean, the bullet wounds, yes. That happened before he died, maybe?
Right, but it's not what he was doing.
The phone is going to be the best
Yeah,
thing.
definitely the log.
They murdered can be found by searching his call history. Yep, absolutely. There's got to be something in there.
Shintani dialed this number earlier
Right, like
today.
here, it's his eyes
know where it
being
goes.
gouged out. That's how we'll find
Right.
out.
That makes sense.
Yagami, that's not evidence. He
Good
just
thing the
liked
killer
doing that
forgot
every
to take
Friday.
Shintani's phone, huh? This way we can see who he was calling.
Killer didn't forget. Even if the phone was gone,
That was
Sure.
planted
get
there for
Shintani's
sure.
data from his provider.
Really? I had no idea.
Yep. I bet he left the phone so I'd find the body quicker.
Huh?
I mean, he went through the trouble of hiding it in my office of all places. Probably wanted to cause as much chaos as possible, you know?
Hey, the number got a hit in the search. It's apparently for the, Advanced Drug Development Center?
What the hell?
What, do you know it?
3 years ago, there was a pretty famous murder there.
Oh, don't
Patient
tell
was
me.
killed, and their body dumped in the mountains.
Oh, that's not the same one.
And the man they arrested for it was named Shinpei Okubo.
God damn it.
Okubo.
That's the guy he got off.
Wait, he was your client, wasn't he?
This whole game is just
He
gonna
worked as a
turn out to
contract
like
laundryman for
this.
Center.
This has been Yagami's
Every 2 or 3
purgatory,
days, he'd stop by to pick up
trying to
their dirty
atone for his
linen.
sin, but
It's
he
like,
can't because
According
he's
to the
already
police
dead.
report,
It's like Groundhog
Started
Day
carrying
needs to
body
live
out
through
above
Christmas
the
season forever.
Right. And you defended him in court.
The mole
and
can't
won.
be him. He would have been thrown in
Then
prison
he
after the murder of his
Got
girlfriend.
free and...
You can stop there.
I hope.
I mean, maybe he got out again.
But
Who
why
knows?
would Shintani-sensei have called the ADDC? Who would he even talk to?
I bet we'll find out if we give them a ring.
I doubt
But
not. A big
it's getting
corporation
late.
ain't gonna talk to you.
You should go home. We both need some shut-eye, yeah?
Yeah, we can start fresh tomorrow. Where do we want to meet?
Oh, right. We want to keep this a secret from Genda-sensei after all.
Maybe not the
There's
best
an
idea.
arcade called Charles up on Park Boulevard. That should work for now.
I feel like
Okay.
he would be helpful.
I'll let Kaito
How does
know.
Hoshino feel about
Yeah,
being the number one
thanks.
Genda lawyer at the time?
Yeah.
Being that
I'll
he's
see
the
you.
only one right now.
I'm sure he's still kind of happy about it.
Yeah, I get a promotion. Hoshino, that's fucked up. Alright. Well, let's take a little naparoo. Could have gone out and done stuff like side cases, but the story is getting really good right now.
Yeah.
Gotta go to Charles. I still don't like that name for an arcade. What's the weirdest name you've seen on a Japanese, like, kind of product placement thing?
Like where?
Like, anywhere.
I don't know.
Anime or something?
Well, half the names in anime I can't read because it's in Japanese, and I
True.
can't read Japanese just yet.
Do you,
It's a goal, but it's not there just yet.
Barry's got this thing called Duolingo.
Yeah, the app.
Yeah. She learns like a word or
Excuse
two
me.
every day or something like that.
I don't think I could use it for something I don't already have a base in. Strictly, like, especially for grammar.
Mm-hmm.
However, I did use it for a while to keep up on my French. But
Okay.
I had already taken actual classes for that.
Yeah.
So it was easier to use it to refresh myself than learn.
I know when I was taking Spanish, and I don't know if that's probably not close to French at all, but they would have Latino, Latina, like
Yeah.
different gender
Yep.
words and things like that.
So does French.
And like you couldn't just say, God, I don't even know. Like you couldn't just translate word for word what you wanted to say. It would sometimes just be an entirely different
Well, there'd be
phrase.
an extra word, or is that word feminine? And you'd think it would be, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
I think that's why it's... I obviously never did it, but I feel like it'd be easier to go from another language to English, just because in comparison, ours is so basic, until you throw in the slang.
Well,
But
it's
basic
basic for
English
us because we
is-
know it.
There's a lot less to learn, though. Plus, most people don't speak, like, even people who are born speaking English don't speak it great. So you can just kind of do what you want with it.
I mean, I'm guilty of that. But I see what you're saying.
You make your own slang, and people still understand half the time.
I've heard that German is remarkably close to
This is Yagami.
English for most phrases.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know if there's a truth to that or if that was just people talking out their asses.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one YouTube channel. I watch it sometimes, so they were talking about Japanese language and learning it.
Yeah.
And they didn't have too much of an insight, but they have gone on vacations to Japan, so they did learn a bit of it. And they were talking about how the majority of anime and games that people, like just media in general, that the West sees are done in a sort of feminine dialect.
Yeah.
So, like Desu.
Okay.
Desu's
Yeah.
feminine, but if you were a man, you'd want to say Des. I had never heard that before.
You're like, but what if I don't want to?
Well, I mean, that's entirely up to you, but apparently that makes a big impression.
Right.
So if you see that guy right there in the tank top, if he just starts saying Desu, Desu, people are going to be like, what?
I wouldn't judge him.
Kick my ass. I wouldn't judge me if you're like, hey, you Des, sure.
Yeah, you're adorable. Go for it. You do you, buddy.
Really?
More gang crimes. Wow, you are not giving me an inch, are you? Stop. Stop. Wow. I think I forgot how to block.
Been that long?
Must be. This is bad. Oh, was I supposed to lose?
Yagami-san.
I don't want to be mean, but have you ever seen those, like, pictures of the Monkey King? Sun Wukong? You've seen Wukong in League, right? That's who he's based off of. Okay.
That old guy?
Well, not this guy in particular, but, like, that's who Wukong is based off of. He kind of looks how they would depict Sun Wukong in human form because he's got the beard and kind of an older monkey face.
Okay. Yeah, I say no, that doesn't remind me of like Wukong, but most people also use skins now. So like Flaming Monkey Face is kind of what I was picturing because that's like the most played skin that I know of.
That's the one I used, but
And
yeah.
I'm like, that or like the new golden one.
I'm sure if I logged into that game and I wasn't paying attention to the names at all, I wouldn't know who I was playing with. Because last time I played for real, and I did boot it up like last year, no, a few months ago at that, it's just so much, kind of overwhelming when you haven't touched it in a long time.
Yeah. Did you know Riot's making a new game?
What's it called?
I don't know yet, but it's supposed to be not another MOBA. It's like an action game.
Okay. Is it going to be like that universe?
Don't know. There's not a lot of information.
Okay. So this is like something they announced recently?
Right. It's a newer thing.
I see. Well, good luck to them. I'm wanting to see more, because I think they could do other stuff, but is it what people want to see?
Right. Maybe it'll just be like Overwatch League style.
Speaking as a person that does like Overwatch, Overwatch is garbage right now. Overwatch has been garbage for years now. I would argue that, I don't want to turn this into just an anti-Blizzard video, but they've dropped the ball so hard that I, honest to God, feel betrayed by that company. And I know many, many other people agree. Remember when, I'm pretty sure I told you that their newest patch came out the week that Shadowbringers dropped?
Yeah.
And it still didn't get much interest. I think that day where they were like at 5th on Twitch, which is a big deal, because normally on patch days they would be #1 by a large margin.
Yeah.
Alright, that fight took, forever. Run! Does he look cross-eyed to you?
No, I think his one eye is just a little weird.
Okay.
Probably still healing a little bit from that big beating he took.
Yep.
Don't judge him.
Did take a big beating. Those bruises were gone in a day. I wish I had that
Same.
immune system.
I could flick myself right now and still be bruised in a month.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Is that because you're a ginger?
Maybe.
Okay,
I think it's
I don't
because
know.
I don't eat a lot of meat. Not a lot of iron.
Huh, okay. What did... Okay, bye. Can we peace out?
Excuse me.
When was the last time you carried an old man back home?
When was the last time my grandpa got drunk?
That's sad.
Nah, it's okay. He's like getting real close to 60,
Okay.
but you can't tell.
Oh, that's not a stew I want. That's like a plant.
There's
no,
like
the plant's
a
on the
box
outside.
in it.
There's a full fish in there. Curious is a term.
I mean, that's fine, I guess, until, like, there's just cardboard in it.
Maybe that's the main ingredient. The fish is like to enhance the flavor.
Ugh.
It's a bad day when the fish is used to enhance flavor. Does that skull have a beard?
I don't think so. I think it's just shiny. I mean, it might have a little goatee going on, but I'd like to think it's just shiny.
Full side was shiny. I hope it's not a real skull, because then that guy would have some questions.
It's a real skull dipped in gold. Don't judge him.
But where did you get the skull? It's just a skull.
That's fine.
But where though? Does that just produce a lot?
But why is he a witch? Just sitting there with this cauldron.
I don't have an answer for that. He just likes to be a witch.
Excuse me.
What would somebody have to do to be called a modern day witch and to be burned at a stake?
I don't know. People are pretty accepting of everything now. As long as you're not going around killing people, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
There will be someone in your corner fighting for you.
I think if David Blaine just started floating in front of me, I'd try to declare him a witch. I don't trust magicians. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode, I think. This has been Mog.
Yeah, babe.
And we'll see you next time for more Judgment.